So I understand that the band kind of became a creation or came together because of the pandemic. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I ended up unemployed due to the pandemic, and like I said, I was supposed to be in Columbus, and then that went out the window and ended up here in Dayton, and then I'd hit up Ryan. Ryan played bass with the band that I had when I was kind of back and forth in Nashville. Uh, and so I hit him up, see what he was up to, and it just so happened that him and Craig's like rock band, it's like prog rock, uh, was on like a break due to the pandemic, and that's what brought me up here, or ended up getting me to where I'm at. And so we just started jamming and stuff. Started buying studio time. You know, we wanted to cut a record and all that. And it's just stuff started going well. We were feeling really good about the product we were putting down, and we latched on with Cody, and he was just going to fill in guitar for a show for us, and he come over and jammed with us, and he was like, "I like this a lot. I would like to be a part of this more permanently," and so he latched on with us, and then we had Kevin, who actually just quit. He's actually moving to Texas.
Okay.
Um, he'd been running with us for about the last 15 months, second lead guitar, and now we just picked up Dawson, our new guitar player. But it all stemmed from that kind of everyone didn't have nothing going on because of the pandemic thing.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things I love about y'all's sound, man. I'm really happy to kind of pick that apart with you, if that's okay. The first
Yeah,
thing I
man.
love is the dual guitars. That's not something typical you see, in a country slash southern rock style band. So, what's kind of the impetus behind that? Why the two guitars?
Well, it was something that we tried. We was running kind of as a four piece, and then we liked the idea. I was kind of switching back and forth from electric and acoustic, and we just found that the sound just had more ass,
Yeah, yeah,
with two electrics all the time, and we're big on dynamics, and when a chorus hits, we want it to hit hard. When it dies down, it can die down, and I can still be on an acoustic, and then some of our favorite bands had two electric guitars.
I mean,
Skinner.
creatively, it gives you a lot more freedom too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then Ryan, our bass player, he actually ended up playing second guitar for us for a while before we landed on another guy, and then he went back to bass. But Ryan, our bass player, actually laid most of the second guitar tracks on the record.
Nice.
So he's just a phenom musician like that.
And so you guys are using the actual band too in the studio, right? Like
Oh yeah,
yeah. I
and
love
we
that
we did
too.
analog. We did analog recording, all that.
Yeah.
Uh, Very old school.
So kind of like reel to reel then.
Yo, exactly like reel to reel
Yeah.
on an old reel to reel
Doesn't
console.
surprise me. I was going to ask about that with the sound because it sounded like it was reel to reel. I love that. What's the benefits of that as a modern musician?
Man, it just it just gives it some extra, like Patty, the guy that we recorded with, he used to call it it gives it like some extra butter on it.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes everything just sound good.
Hmm.
It doesn't sound so stiff almost, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what the pain in the ass of it is it is hard to punch going
Yes.
real real. So it's
Yeah.
like, and you mess something up, it's like, all right,
Do it
start it
again.
over.
Yeah. Do it
Yeah.
again. Yeah. So I'm pretty good friends with a guy named Pappy Middleton who did all the reel to reel for Bonnie Raitt, 27 years.
Wow.
And he's a friend of mine. He lives like maybe an hour and a half from me, and he's all reel to reel. He actually owns the original Abbey Roads console. It's literally in his,
Wow.
yeah, literally in his freaking studio. So, Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. So I love the reel to reel stuff, and yeah, it gives it a different dynamic to the music, and you can usually tell because the polish is different in it too, right? Like
Yeah.
it's got that edge. Like I don't want to like call it the '70s edge, but that's kind of what it is, the '70s edge to it, right?
Yeah. Well, in like Tupelo Sun, like that stuff at the beginning, that
Yeah. Yep.
like, and the stuff at the end, that's all just tape trash that was
Yeah.
on there. And it's
Yeah.
like, man, you get these little Easter eggs, you know.
It's
And the
dope.
song ends, and it's like, what? Wait a minute, what was that? And you hear that, it's like, man, that's cool because
Yeah.
we used tape. You know, we get we get a tape, it's got stuff on it. It's been like ran over to clear it out, but you still end up with like trash and stuff on
Of
there.
course, and that's the character of the song now, right? Like
Yeah,
that's some
very
dope
cool.
ass shit. Yeah, I love that. So you talked about going to Nashville at one point too. Let's chat a little bit about that because I think that adds kind of a dynamic to your songwriting. That's also a little bit different, you know, and unique to you guys. Talk
Yeah.
about your experiences in Nashville and kind of the polish that you learned for your songwriting chops while you were there.
Yeah, Nashville's cool. I liked living down there. I was down there for about 12 years,
Yeah,
on and
that's a
off.
long time, man. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, but it is very much formulaic, and
yeah,
my songwriting style is formulaic, you know, based off of that. You know,
yeah,
I'm always thinking about, all right, what's the hook? You know, is this verse, is this telling a story that stays on topic with this chorus? And uh, you know, there's definitely a formula to writing songs that the lyrics, you know, make sense together.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's something you learn down there. You know, you get in rooms with guys that are better writers than you. Like Tia Sellers got me that deal at 1010, and I mean, she wrote like Blue on Black,
Yeah,
and she also wrote I Hope You Dance by Leanne
yeah,
Womack, which
yep,
is it's like it's so wild that those two songs come from that same person. You know what I mean? Because they're very different. But
yeah,
that's just how Nashville is, man. I mean, you're just down there writing songs a bunch. You're writing with different people with different influences and backgrounds, and it's a cool town, man. It really is. There's a lot of good opportunities there. Like you said, it's kind of hard to get noticed, but you know, if you're good, you know, you'll find your way into a group of
hmm
other good songwriters.
yeah. And
Is
you have to leave your ego at the door for sure, right? And,
absolutely
you talked about formulaic. That's such a good word for it because it's not that formula, that songwriting structure is not typical for a rock band, right? I think you know what I'm
right.
talking about, but I think that's what makes you guys so freaking amazing. Like having that vulnerability in your lyrics. The sometimes you know as a songwriter when you have to soften, right? And I feel that on your record. Is that something you kind of picked up in Nashville as well, or is that just part of your soul?
Well, I think a part of that is just you want to write from a place of uh, just you put yourself in the position of all right. Here's I'm this person in the song is how I do it,
Yeah,
and sometimes I am literally the person in the song,
yeah,
and sometimes it's something that affected me, you know, closely and personally that I'm writing about. But I think if you're writing in a sense that is personal to you like that, um, you know, you kind of write differently. Whereas like a rock band, you're kind of writing more on emotion than you are trying to paint a picture.
right.
Uh, you know, and that's why you don't hear as many like country songs in like movies and stuff like that because it's too descriptive almost.
hmm
And that's something that we're trying to do with this, where, you know, it's like, hey, we're going to throw down some heavy beats and some up tempo stuff, but we're also going to make it tell a story, you know, something more like turn the page almost
Yeah,
is kind of like what I think about with our song Outlaw is it's like, you know, I'm trying to do like a modern day, like turn the page where it's like, man, this is heavy, but this is a great story too.
well, it's kind of like making people feel in multiple ways too, right? Like
Right.
they're listening different, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because like a rock band, like if I'm going to see a really good rock band, usually honestly don't give a shit about the lyrics, right?
Right,
So, but like that rock band has to make me listen to the lyrics if they want me to hear them, right? And
right.
that's what you guys do. So, yeah, good stuff, man. I love chatting with folks like you because it's just making things different and having like a creative identity, right? That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's I feel like we've done a good job with that exact thing, is having like a creative identity, because
yeah,
we come from so many different backgrounds. Cody, our guitar player, he grew up playing bluegrass as well, and I mean, dude can absolutely shred.
yeah,
And Chris or Craig and Ryan are both from a rock background, and when we first started this thing, we were trying to be like a honky tonk country band.
yeah.
We were just getting together and jamming. We were playing Whitey Morgan songs, and it's just like, as it developed, we just never stopped, or we never started trying to fight what it was becoming. We just really let it become what it was.
Yeah, let
And
it flow. Let it flow.
yeah,
Yep.
and then bringing on Dawson now, he's got a lot of like Southern rock influence, and plays a lot of slide guitar, and we're excited about what that's gonna look like going forward, because
Nice. Like
we'll
that
just continue.
resonator sound, right?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, if I know us, we just won't fight it.
Yeah.
We'll let the sound become what the sound is.
Yeah, the song has to win always, man. That's what they teach you in Nashville, I think, right? The song always
Yeah.
wins.